Let's get ready to rumble! Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner. He weighs 228 pounds. From Brooklyn, New York, ladies and gentlemen, here is the challenger, Shannon Briggs. And across the ring, fighting out of the red corner, wearing gold trimmed with red and green, presenting the reigning WBC heavyweight champion of the world, Lennox.
I'm Joe Tessitore, Joe Macy. Joe, I got to ask you, the look focus where it's as if he doesn't even hear the crowd.
Confident and he's focused. You could tell. You could tell. Look at that.
To his red corner, you know, by Cappuccino saying, I know you're too big damage, but I'm in control.
And as a fighter, you got to respect that. The ref's there to feel safe, to keep you safe.
Early pace being set by both men. His entire career, tremendous pro career, 32-1. Of course, a one lost in the quarterfinals, 1984 Olympics. He could capture gold in the 88 games.
It's coming in this fight, but you got to respect the fact that Lee has more experience because of the level of his opposition.
That it was just 2 years ago this month in March here in Atlantic City against Darryl Wilson. Work the jab. Briggs looks very good tonight. Of course, at 6'5" and 243. Lewis, intimidating physical presence in the ring. Shannon Briggs coming off of that. Lennox Lewis, tons of momentum. In October, here in Atlantic City, Drew Galata. Good steady work from the jab.
Shannon Briggs is a tremendous athlete. He's very athletic.
The perceived gap in skill.
The experience that Lennox Lewis has, obviously, we'll see what he's very, very good for a big man. He's very elusive the way he's.
Oh, and he catches him off balance. Briggs jumps all over him. It's a series of lefts and rights against the champ. Lewis covering. That looked to be to the back of the head.
Lewis looks hurt.
He is, no doubt about it. Closing moments of the first round, and what a finish for Briggs. The crowd and Lewis here in the first round, Joe.
Joe, we haven't seen him much. Lewis was hurt here. He stumbled back here. It looked initially as Briggs went to work on him, but a minute later into the corner, it's like he may have gotten hit in the back of the head. Right here, he connects with a nice hook.
Then he jumped on him. Lewis able to survive. Potentially dangerous.
This is where experience will stay calm now. Utilize the fact that he did hurt Lewis at the end of the first.
Being vocal here, trying to take control. Stances here in the second round from Lennox Lewis, and he does such good and consistent
early on in fights.
Oliver McCall, that was last February 1997 TKO, but as you all well remember, it was venerable because McCall broke down mentally, refused to fight, and Lennox night. Shannon Briggs.
Perhaps one of the oddest things we've ever seen.
That has brought about many odd circumstances. That's a big one to say. You can hear Cappuccino complaining about the holding.
Lennox with a very effective jab. Always had a great jab.
The inside, but the complexion second round much different.
Another left hook by Briggs.
Briggs picked a good one here. Lewis had that left up.
I'm sure he's capable of knocking any man out, but it's a solid punch. He's aggressively going forward, giving everything he has to knock the man out.
What are we going to do? He's hoping not more of that. Very long night in between these two behemoths. He's settled in very nicely in this second offensive surge from Briggs. And
Lennox is landing a little more at will now, a little more confidence in Lennox.
Who's got the X-Man?
Davison from Shannon Briggs' corner.
Take your time. Keep your jab. You see it working.
Here's when he was going in the second round.
It was a solid left hook landed by Shannon Briggs.
Joe Macy, is that the aggressor leading, getting off first?
I think so. When you talk about skill level with these two guys, Lennox Lewis and be more aggressive with the champ.
BC heavyweight line here in Atlantic City. Lewis with that 84-inch reach behind that jab.
Lay it out on the line. Shannon Briggs has to lay it out on the line.
Kind of a risk-reward strategy.
You better give it your all, and you're going to risk a little more doing so, but you just might get lucky.
Lennox Lewis, you were able to do it in the first round. You could
get off him, get off.
Big men that are athletes, big men that have.
It's true. I was really just going to say, you really get a good sense of how really he is. Shannon Briggs is a big man, 6'4", 228. And Briggs is...
You stand next to Shannon Briggs, and you play defensive end on Sundays. Coming to the halfway point of this third round. Gives him a groan. They separate themselves. And Lewis with a short right jab. Tries to drive home that right hand. Boy, if you're bending down in the path of that
successful with his right hand several times in the past.
Lewis, of course, coming off the KO win of Galata.
Seems as if Shannon Briggs is breathing a little too heavy, being only the third round.
As to the fact that Shannon Briggs at times will fade, if you're already noticing that.
As well as his physical conditioning. Sometimes he just...
No, those two are attached. If you've done the work in the gym, if you've done the road work, if you're mentally tough, deeper water, Joe, right?
That's right. And Lennox Lewis is doing tonight. You don't see him work.
A lot of jabs upstairs, and of course loves.
And again, he's pretty successful landing at the head.
Much to fix it all with Lennox Lewis for the WBC heavyweight title. Situations like this.
Nice uppercut there by Lennox Lewis. Ripped up a nice right uppercut. Becomes a straight right hand right in the chin.
Not that they're necessarily looking. Throwing it out there, Joe, time and time again.
Distract your opposition. Don't give him time. Even if it's a lazy jab. Just be cautious.
Lewis starts quick here in round 4. Left hand swept across, and then a right hand sends Briggs back, and he held on to that top rope.
Lennox sees something now. He's a different confidence about him. He sees something to go after. And I agree. I think the timing is right by Lennox.
Briggs stood right in the pocket, and he stumbles back again. In the opening 40 seconds of this fourth round, another right hand crash.
Great combinations by Lennox Lewis. Briggs didn't know what angle it was going to come from.
Going to be a long, patient hunting. Now, you brought up the fact he doesn't always be a really nice spot to go to the body.
Briggs is breathing heavy, a little tired.
Right near the head. He's used that to tee up uppercuts in the past. Home. Briggs trying to steady himself, tries to return fire.
Wobbly. He's just trying to defend himself right now and block what Lennox has to offer. Confidence right now.
Tries to come forward just a bit. Honor. Another right hand behind that jab.
I think Frank Cappuccino's watching very closely in there.
Still over a minute to go.
Briggs just pity-patty in there right now.
But he put forth so much in the opening minute and a half.
Oh, he's just playing with him now. The chances.
Trying to give him a false confidence, but yet a left hand. And all of a sudden, Lewis has his hands down. Another combination time in this round.
Briggs can't even hurt him. He's just very landing punches at will. Briggs very confused and very hurt.
What a huge right.
This left hook here, right here, just wobbles Briggs enough. He falls forward and comes over with a right hand, putting Briggs down.
Round. Two fighters. Briggs tries to show a little heart, a little courage.
He's got to do whatever he has left here. He's lost that round so bad in the fourth.
4 good solid jabs from Lewis.
Lewis is completely confident right now.
Takes a couple big steps back.
Left hook.
And then that left hook comes in again, Joe. What do you do if you're Briggs at this point?
Not much left. Lewis is oozing with confidence right now.
And he's getting into trouble.
Nice jab. Right.
Oh, the right hand. Briggs is laid out. He is laid out just staring at the ceiling.
He did get up. Lennox Lewis. Another left hook.
There's that right hand again.
Frank Cappuccino's got this.
He's got to be taking a good look. Briggs is taking a lot. After he threw that left hand.
He stopped the fight.
He fight on what looked to be a slip. As if Cappuccino was thinking about it, saying...
Right here, the first knockdown, a right hand over the top, right to the jab, sets it up, very successful. Right hand right on the side, right in the ear. Why that's so?
So fundamentally sound, too.
I think after the first round, he just saw something in Shannon Briggs and gave him confidence.
Was a halt to the bout. The official time, 1 minute, 45 seconds of round number 5. The winner and still WBC heavyweight champion of the world, Lennox Lewis.